everyone, it's me again, Erica, your expat here in Maldives. So for today's episode, I got something very special for you, and so you need to watch, listen, and learn. So for those who don't know me, and this is the first time you've seen my videos, I am Erica, an OFW living here in the Maldives, in Malé, for almost 3 years now. So I've been I started my blog, expat-erix.com, to share about my life here, and I really like writing, and it grew into something more educational and informative because when I started, when I was a first-time OFW, I didn't have much resources. So I thought it might be nice to be able to help newbie OFWs and newbie expats who are coming here to the Maldives. So for today's episode, we are going to talk about the 5 common scams that overseas Filipino workers or expats encounter when they come here to the Maldives. So this is general. These are things that have been experienced by me or by people who are close to me, and yeah, it could happen not just here in Maldives but also anywhere. So anyway, we'll get into those later. Before we proceed, guys, please, I need your support to subscribe in my channel. I have 50 plus subscribers. Thank you so much to you guys. We are still starting, and I really need to reach 100 so I'll be able to change my URL. So please hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's go to our top 5 common scams you will encounter when you come to the Maldives. Let's start with the most basic, and it will happen anywhere. As I've said, this is not just limited to Maldives, but if you're an OFW coming here, you need to watch out for placement fees. So placement fees is something that is required. I understand there are agencies who require placement fees, especially when these agencies try to find you a job. So that is their payment for being able to locate a job for you. But sometimes, especially for direct hires, when you see a job hiring and you go contact directly that employer and the HR, be careful of this. If the HR is asking you to pay an amount so that you will be able to secure an employment, then consider it as a scam. The company could be real and the company could be legit, but if the HR does that, then it means a lot about, the HR, the management. So be careful of that. As I've said, placement fees is a usual procedure policy among agencies, employment agencies. But when it comes directly from the HR of the company you're applying to, then that's something you should really consider, because that's a red flag. Okay, for number 2, it is they delay your visa or they don't give you your visa at all. This happened to someone very close to me. She transferred to another job, and then after working there for 3-4 months, the HR keeps on telling her, your visa is being unprocessed, don't worry, we are taking care of it. But after 4 months, she realized that her visa was not processed at all. That new company was relying on the visa that she has from the previous company. So it was a major red flag. And even if she gave all the documents and all the papers to transfer her visa, it did not materialize. So that's something you should watch out for. You need to always habol, and you need to always follow up your HR about your visa. It's not enough to have an EA or employment approval. You really need to have the work visa card, because that is like your passport when you come here or when you're living here in the Maldives. So as a background, when you come to Maldives for the first time as an OFW or as a working expat, you will be carrying with you an EA or employment approval. That's a document in A4 which guarantees that you have a job you are secured with a job here in Maldives, so you can enter even if you don't have yet the visa. So as long as you show the EA in the immigration when you come to Maldives, that will be enough. And then once you are already here in the Maldives, you need to process your visa as soon as possible, your work visa card. So your EA, you need to submit it to immigration. Your HR will help you with this, and you will have to say that I have already arrived in Maldives. This is my passport, my photo, my documents, and all. I've already arrived, so I would like to claim, or I would like to apply for my work visa card. So once you get your work visa card, then you are already a legitimate working expat here. So if you don't have that, well, guys, you really need to have that. Number 3 common scam here in the Maldives, and again, this is common, it happens all over the world, although this third one is not employment related. You should watch out for phishing, or people who are trying to get your information, especially from the banks here. So there are many cases that people receive calls from banks, especially Bank of Maldives, saying that they need to update and they need to send their information, or else their bank account will be frozen, or they can't withdraw money and all. So these people, they usually call by Viber or by like phone call, and like make it seem that it's an urgent need for you to give your information. So please know that the bank will not call for your information. If there's anything that they need, they will send an email, or even email like, sometimes can be fishy. They will contact you in ways that you will know it's legit. So yeah, watch out for that. So number 4 common scam here in the Maldives. Again, this one is not employment related, and this one is I was a victim twice. It's also general. It is failed investments. So when people know that you're working in the Maldives and you're an OFW and you're earning and blah blah blah, and people like people back home will think that you're so rich and you have all the means, then they will approach you and ask, hey, can you invest on this? Can you invest on my venture? I have crabs to sell, I have shrimps to sell to restaurants, and I need someone because I need an investor so that I'll be able to like a supply to these restaurants, and it's a missed opportunity, blah blah blah. Oh guys, well, based on experience, do not, oh my gosh, I could not emphasize it enough. Even if there's a contract, and even if she's your friend, you knew her from like long time ago, do not give, or do not let your hard-earned money go to someone else, especially if it's not legit. And if it's too good to be true, then it's probably not true. It happened to me and Emil actually, because we used our wedding fund for that, and well, until now we were not able to get our money. Another one was when Kappa and Rygen and what other investment companies and those things, when they were at their peak, I think 2 years back, we were also one of those who got silaw, but it was just a try. Our damage was around 3,000 pesos. What really hurt me was the crabs investment. You can't find money that easily these days. You have to be really smart about your money. I think that is one of my biggest life lessons. Never to trust someone with my money. Goodbye wedding fund. No more wedding. Peace. Okay guys, we are so fast. We're already on our last item on the list. So for the 5th common scam that happens, now this one is work related, and Emil was a victim of this one. So it is unpaid wages, or people who don't follow the contract. Yeah, again, it can happen anywhere, but especially during COVID time, where there were so many job openings, freelance because a lot of people went home. A lot of expats were repatriated, so a lot of companies were looking for people, and there were companies were accepting freelance or were accepting, you know, just people to fill in some positions, and we were unfortunate to trust some people. Emil did some work for them. I helped him. It was medyo my field, so we were both stressed that time. I was helping him with everything, and then when he decided that he will stop now because his original job is back to normal now, he resigned, and then he didn't get his salary. It was very sad because we really trusted these people, but they were not able to deliver what they promised. It went to the point that they met at the consulate, but they will still not give Emil's salary, and they were saying lies about Emil. They're being malicious about him. Unfortunately, because it was someone that we know and someone we trusted, there was no contract. They kept on delaying kasi the contract. They'll say that, okay, we'll give it to you and blah blah blah. And then until they didn't, until Emil left that company, and it's not worth it na, the stress and the time to chase after that money. When you get hired to do services, even if it's freelance or even if it's just part-time, you need to ensure that you have a contract, because that is your only parang shield against the abuses. Although there are still some people who, even if there is a contract, they still not follow the contract. Oh well, I know so many people. I would love to share more. I would love to, you know, say a lot more than what I've said now, but the gist of it is that, yeah, I'm a cuento. I like sharing these things, especially if it helps more people to avoid, you know, misfortunes like we experienced. And I'm always looking after my fellow expats, and especially my fellow Filipinos, to make sure that they don't experience the same thing, the same hardship, the same struggle. Because if it's possible to be avoided, then I will do my best for it to be avoided. So yun, I hope you're able to learn a lot in this very short video. In my very short list, there are still a lot. I mean, I tell you, like, there's a lot of stories of people who have been duped and scammed and, you know, not given what is due to them. If this video helps one person, you know, to avoid being a victim, then I'll be very, very happy already. I hope you like this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed watching my vlogs. Please don't forget to subscribe. I need 100 subscribers, please. And if you have any questions about living here in Maldives, please feel free to comment, and I'd be happy to answer and make them a topic on my next video. Thank you so much, and see you again next week, Monday. Bye!